Seen a little bit. VidCon? I don't know. No calls at this time. What? You mean Admiral Anderson or Hackett isn't calling me? Alright, everything outside looks amazing, right? What's happening there? Not good. So the next place to go to is the Nexus. But I'm sure the crew has tons of things to say. Let's see. Lexi?
So we have a stowaway.
You mean PB?
She's decided to set up in one of the escape pods. You don't need a psychologist to tell you that one's got commitment issues.
Whoa, that's a lot of stuff there. Well, I mean, if we go to the Nexus, that's exactly what we're going to be doing, is just talking to people, so... I thought we asked you stuff like this, but maybe not. I think you told us to come back later, so maybe this is later then. Maybe not everyone is going to have the amount of dialogue like this. Crew morale?
How do you think the crew is holding up?
I'm happy to share what I can without violating patient confidentiality. Anyone in particular? I sort them in their files and my brain by species.
Sorting method?
Why do you sort them that way?
Just easier for me to see patterns in behavior.
Human crew.
How do you think the human crew members are handling things?
There's a lot of them.
Oh my god, seriously? Cora.
How's Cora doing?
She's processing. Your father was her mentor. She expected to follow in his footsteps, but he gave the role of Pathfinder to you. Just because she trusts his judgment doesn't mean she's not confused. Or hurt.
Okay, that's not too long for each person. I really hope that when we go back to the Nexus, that our sister is going to be awake or something, because I think we need to see that. Don't let it go like you're at the halfway point of the game and here's your sister. Don't give me that, please.
Gil?
Gil likes to use humor as a defensive technique. He'd rather bury himself in the Nomad than tackle emotions head-on.
Suvi?
Suvi okay?
She's remarkably adaptive. I'm kind of jealous.
Liam?
How's Liam?
A handful. Every time I patch him up, he breaks something new. Liam's "we can't lose" attitude is commendable. But I worry how he'll react when something does go wrong.
Non-human crew.
I'd like to check in on the non-human crew.
Ask away.
Do you already have profiles on, like, Drac and Peavy? Yes. Vetra.
Tell me about Vetra.
Vetra's used to having someone depend on her. I think that's why she's so resourceful and likes providing for other people. That being said, I think she could use a little me time.
Kalo?
How's our Solarian?
He's quite the gossip. Tight-lipped about himself, though.
Like, hey, you didn't say his name.
Is Drac good?
That old bastard's always good. I've never met anyone who can be so stubborn and so appreciative. Could you look out for him, Ryder?
Sure.
Don't worry, Lexi. I'll keep an eye on him.
Babysit the Krogan.
Thank you. And maybe don't mention I asked?
Are you interested in him or what? What's going on here? PB.
Is PB alright?
She's avoiding me. Probably thinks I'll poke her with a needle if she gets too close.
To be fair, you're always giving me shots.
Not in the hallway.
Thanks for the insight.
Oh, that was just the crew. Whoops. Alright. Memory fragments?
I need to talk to you about something private.
Of course. That's what I'm here for.
When Dad died, he blocked off parts of Sam's memory, things he didn't want me to see.
Or he thought you weren't ready for.
Maybe. I found this trigger. It unlocked a memory fragment of Dad on the Citadel, from when the Alliance rejected his ideas about AI and he found out Mom's illness was terminal.
Why do you think your father chose this specific memory?
It was a turning point.
It was where his journey to Andromeda really began.
Those events started your family down a new path.
Yeah. Thanks, Lexi. Feels good to talk about this.
Friendship with Harry. Who's Harry?
How long have you and Harry been friends?
I remember when he didn't complain about arthritis. We met at a medical convention on the Citadel. He was moderating a panel on neurosurgery in low-gravity environments. His name card was crooked, but he was so damn confident, I knew we'd be friends.
What made you want to become a doctor?
How did you get into medicine?
My mum was a dancer on Omega. Dad was a bouncer. I'd patch him up after busy nights. Discovered I had steady hands.
Omega.
They put every credit they earned into my education.
Are they here in Helios?
No. Both died in a turf war. Made leaving the Milky Way behind easier.
Joining the Hyperion.
So how did a sorry doctor end up on the human ark?
Specialist in alien anatomy, remember? That includes humans. Also, Harry insisted. Maybe he always intended to switch jobs.
All right.
I'll let you get back to it.
I'll be here if you need me.
At least this doctor talks a lot more. That's all I'm gonna say. Strike team missions. Okay, we finished one already. We actually finished this like probably like I don't know, 2 days ago or something maybe. Let's see. Mission failure. Okay. Identify the spy. Apex mission. Identify that. Okay, hang on. I want to try something. Save it. Uniform. 25% chance to succeed? Nah. Right. I still don't understand, like, why people would want to do these, but yeah. I don't know. Whatever. Let's go down here first. See if there's anyone here we can talk to. God, the FPS. You have unused research data.
Feels like early brain surgery. Just poking and hoping.
As long as it helps us to live here, I don't care how the Vault's doing it.
Magnificently. That's how.
I prefer tech with more exposed parts. If you can't open it, you don't own it.
There's 4 different people talking in this conversation. Funny. Does she say anything?
Terraforming, Atmo processors, gravity wells, life-destroying murder bubbles. We really had no idea what Helios was about, did we?
That's why it's an adventure. Some intel is classified. That's why it's an adventure.
If we knew what it was all about, it wouldn't be an adventure. It would just be moving. And everyone hates moving. Just the packing alone, ugh.
Point taken. I'm just saying. I really hope you have a plan, Ryder.
I really hope you have a plan. Remington says, I'm gonna go to sleep. Have a good weekend, y'all. Alright, Remingtons. Have a good weekend, bud. See you next time. Plans are useless. Find a home, I guess is the plan.
The plan's the same. We find a home. Whatever that takes.
Keep that drive. Makes me believe we can make it. I mean, we have to make it. The alternative is not even worth thinking about.
Saw the uprising. Mentioned back channels. Anyone special in your life? Wink, wink. I guess we can ask that, but I'm not gonna. I'll ask something else first. You saw the uprising?
You were on the Nexus when the revolt happened?
When you promise people golden worlds and all they get are wastelands and a death cloud, they riot. Some wanted to go home, some demanded answers, and a couple just wanted to stir shit up.
And you?
Some days I wondered if the exiles had a point. Maybe we were conned into coming here. But why would the Initiative go to all this trouble just to screw us over? Thing about conning people, you always know something they don't, and that's why the con works. And if I'm going to pick a side, I'm picking the liars.
You mentioned back channels.
You talked about your back channels. What did you mean?
We brought a lot from home. Some of it marked initiative, some of it in personal caches. Most things you want, someone's got. You just have to figure out who, and what they're willing to take in exchange.
That seems predatory.
That just sounds like you're taking advantage of people.
Is it? I get people what they want, and they do want, or they wouldn't pay.
How'd you join the initiative? And then after that, we'll ask if she's got anyone special in her life.
How did you hear of the Andromeda initiative?
Short answer, Cash. She was looking for some experimental ship mods, and I knew how to track them down. I thought it was a one-time deal, but she came back. Once, twice. Eventually, I figured out something was going on, something big with creds behind it. I asked and she told me about the initiative. New galaxy, new home. Couldn't pass that up.
Anyone special in your life?
Have anyone else here with you? Besides Sid?
No, just me and Sid. It's always been just the two of us.
No, I mean, someone special.
Special? Oh. You mean like... Oh. No, nothing like that. Who has time? What about you?
Hopefully soon?
Anywhere's gonna feel empty if you don't have someone to share it with.
A romantic? I wasn't expecting that. And again, the entire idea of leaving everything you know for a chance at something new is kind of romantic. Anyway.
Uh-oh, the seeds have been planted.
You probably have work to do. We can chat later.
You know where to find me.
Don't know who I will pursue. I have a feeling that there's some options that we just haven't unlocked or seen yet, so probably not a good idea to always pick that. Because apparently I heard that there are consequences for doing what we did in the trilogy, which was just like flirt with everyone, so might not be wise to do that. What's going on with this couch? Worn-in couch. While Leon proclaims that charged diffusion are dubious, furniture doesn't get this worn out without providing comfort, which, it should be noted, is not the same as being comfortable. Okay? Something else. Let's see what Liam's up to.
Prodromos. Sounds good, doesn't it? We started Pathfinder. A new life. That is goddamn brilliant.
My skill as a Pathfinder?
Just wondering what you think of how I'm doing at the job.
I'm committed to the initiative. You're Pathfinder. It's as simple as it gets.
About you?
We barely covered how you joined. Tell me something about yourself.
Alright, I was a bad student, piss poor cop, great responder. Had a good life, but it'd all been done. I wasn't looking to start over. I wanted to start big.
Career history. He said he was a cop?
You were a cop then, crisis response? Couldn't have been long in either.
Didn't have the patience for law, so I figured enforcement. Dad knew it didn't fit before I did. But it got me into hustle. They mostly take vets and retired service. Best years of my life.
You as a cop seems cliche.
An impatient rookie frustrated by procedure? That's overdone.
I know, right? I wanted new, and I got it. And that led me here.
Family.
Tell me about your family.
I miss the hell out of them. Some nights you just cry, right? That's the thing everyone does. Mom Joelle, Dad Calvin, both lawyers. Met on the Citadel, settled on Earth. No brothers or sisters. That might have been too much to leave. It was traditional. How about you?
Who defines traditional?
Traditional is a weird term for family. Like normal. Who's that describe?
I suppose you're right. I sure didn't keep to tradition. I said goodbye to my mom and dad and got on a ship to Andromeda.
Okay.
We'll talk later.
I know it.
So we talked to him before, which is why he probably didn't have too much new things to say. I guess we'll go check. Wait, wasn't there a way to get in that thing? Oh yeah, there's doors up there. Okay. All right, let's check down over here. I think this is the barrack area, so we'll probably get to talk to PB and Drac and all that stuff. Might be pretty good. Datapad. Did we read this? Yeah, I think so. Respec station. Respect station. Crew info board. Bunch of stuff there. Dinner tonight? Null entry. Sorry everyone, I forgot we were taking turns and half the rations aren't unpacked yet. Kahlo. Comments. Got you covered, Kahlo. There's soup in the gallery. Dextro and Levo for me, and fruit cocktail, Vetra. And to think we might have left port without you, Kalo. Lost and found coffee mug. Found a mug yesterday near the biolab. Nice one with a magnetized base. You left it stuck sideways to a bulkhead, Cora. Comments. That's mine. I just put it down for a sec when my hands were full, says Suvi. Next time, maybe empty it first, says Cora. Kind of funny. Drac and PB are officially on the team. I finished the assignment paperwork for the Nexus. Had to fudge a few details, but you're both officially members of the Pathfinder team. Welcome. And Drac, I just wanted to check in publicly about what I said, Cora. Relax, Harper. The best headbutt is always the one you don't see coming, says Drac. I'll keep that in mind, says Cora. Cool. So, I guess they're hanging out in here with the food?
And don't give the Pathfinder too much trouble.
Quit worrying, Rushan. It'll be fine.
Right. Have you settled in yet?
Yeah, got all my stuff here.
And your repair kit, spare parts?
I carry that emergency kit you put together all the time.
Good. Good. I'll check in with you later.
So Kesh was the first Krogan that we met in this game back on the Nexus. Wonder how they know each other.
Don't give the Pathfinder too much trouble. Oh, Rushan.
Who are you talking to?
Nobody?
Kesh, Nexus Superintendent, thinks she can boss me around just because she's my granddaughter.
Oh, you're that old? I mean, when we first met you, you said you were old, but I didn't know you were like grandpa old. Wow, okay. No trouble is ideal.
I like the no trouble plan. How about we stick with that?
Kesh said not too much trouble, kid. Not no trouble. The cat makes sure some trouble's always coming for you.
That's not reassuring.
Life out here ain't reassuring. You'll get used to it.
Is that all you brought?
You travel lean when supplies are tight and you're on your own.
The Nexus has supplies. Well, no, it's hard to be on your own.
Leaving the Nexus can't have been an easy choice.
It was, actually. Staying became impossible. After the mutiny happened, it was either buckle under Tan's rules or start our own colony. Easy choice. Bad consequences all around.
What about Kesh?
Not all Krogan left. Your granddaughter stayed.
Good thing she did. Without my Rushan, you wouldn't have had much of a station to tie your ship to. As for me, I'm way more useful out here. Lots to shoot at, for one.
I understand why you left.
Your people come first.
Keeping Kesh and our colony safe will always be my top priority. That's why I'm happy to tag along, help make this galaxy a little more hospitable.
Can't argue with that.
Got some codex entries on this. Now, we like barely just met this Krogan, but it's gonna be interesting to see how he stacks up compared to Rex and Grunt. How are they gonna make him stand out? Make him a grandpa? I guess that's one way. Talk to him about more. What the heck?
Ryder, you meet Spender yet? Colonial Affairs, the ass in assistant director. Got no idea why Addison keeps him around. Spender lied to the Krogan during the uprising, and he's headed out for Kesh ever since. He's up to something. I just can't prove it. We should pay him a visit on the Nexus.
So the reason why I was like so surprised when he turned around, I just realized like the bones that he has strapped to like the outside of his suit makes it look like he's got dreads as a hairstyle. I cannot unsee it now. Kesh.
What's it like to have Kesh as a granddaughter?
Kesh is my Rushan, child of my blood. Raised her myself. Damn proud of her too. She did good, even with me for a granddad.
I like her. Let's see what he says about this. I don't like her, but let's see what he says.
She's honest. Definitely blunt.
She had to take after me in some ways, I guess.
Krogan with dreads. Sam?
Did Lexi brief you on Sam and squad connectivity yet?
Yeah, you want to hook that thing up to my comms, sure, but that's where it stops. Putting an AI in your head, giving it access to everything like that, it's begging for trouble.
Why?
Why do you say that?
I've seen what bots can do when they turn on their creators. Been in some of those fights. There's a reason that kind of research was outlawed.
Talking about the Geth?
I was dismissed from the Alliance when news of what my dad was researching got out.
No shit. Ruined the writer name, I'll bet.
Almost.
Sam and I are a package deal? Tell me about it? No. Sam and I are a package deal, I guess.
Sam is part of what makes someone a Pathfinder. You're just gonna have to deal with that.
So long as it's not in my head and it ain't messing with my body.
Rax. I guess this is tell me about you?
I'd like to know more about you.
Fire away.
You know Vetra.
How did you and Vetra meet?
Huh, that's right. Your father brought you into the project pretty late, didn't he? Must have been a pretty steep learning curve since they thawed you out.
You could say that.
You make do with what you get. Anyway, I met Vetra back when we were building the Nexus. She swiped supplies I was trying to get for Kesh right under my nose. I tried to intimidate her into turning them over to me, and let me tell you, that Turian takes shit from no one.
She's pretty awesome that way.
She really has a way of getting things done.
She sure does. But here's the best part. She waited until I saw her again in Kesh's office, no less, to tell me she'd been working for Kesh all along. They're both still laughing at me over that.
Krogan colony, combat experience. I guess combat experience we could ask next. Assassin Queen says, what did Ryder say about the Alliance? I missed it. He was referring to his father. When his father was first talking to the Alliance about, I guess, AIs or something, they did not like that. And they made it known. I think that's what he was saying there. Combat experience.
So, about all this combat experience you have, I'd love some details.
Ha! The list will be shorter if you ask me what experience I don't have. I've been doing this for a long time now. Centuries. Shit, well over 1,000 years. Don't even know how I'm still alive, to be honest.
Skill?
You need luck to be a merc. Skill, sure, but a whole lot of luck. And a really hard head.
Krogan colony.
Tell me more about the Krogan colony.
My clan's there. We also got some scouts looking for any unclaimed territory to grab up. Got a decent setup going. Self-sustainable, the works. Even some farming.
Farming? Krogan farm?
Food's food. Just because we can eat anything doesn't mean we gotta settle for scraps. I'm pretty fond of Corcrow roots myself. Takes a while to chew through those.
He's got a very tribal sort of look to him, or whatever clan he's from. Nexus Uprising and then War Stories, and then we're done with Drax.
Why did the Krogan leave the Nexus?
The Nexus got us Krogan to stop the mutiny. In return, we were supposed to get a say in station business. Spender, Addison's assistant, lied about the deal, and Tan came down hard. Too hard. So we left. Kesh is alone on that station now.
A lot of people really don't like Addison. He's done some shady stuff. You're worried about her?
You think someone might try to hurt Kesh?
Huh. More like she airlocks Spender. Or he tries to stab her in the back, and then she airlocks him. Dan wouldn't listen to me when I told him Spender had a part in the mutiny. I had no proof.
So what's my part in this?
Things need to get sorted out, and my clan needs to get back on station, without Spender messing things up. Way I see it, you're probably the best one for that job.
War Stories. These got to be good, right?
Got any stories or advice to share?
Does a pie jack scratch its butt?
Yeah?
Anything about the Ket? Or combat in general?
Well, common Ket are pretty straightforward. Hit them hard enough, they die like anything else.
More combat advice?
Tell me more about fighting Ket.
Wraiths are sneaky little shits, like to ghost up behind you when you least expect it. Just listen for them. They tend to give themselves away right before coming at you. Break through their head plates, then a headshot should do the trick.
Tell me more about fighting Ket.
Destined are annoying, quick. Got some crazy mist that hides them from view, their friends too. Take a Destined down, and that mist goes away. Makes them a prime target, if you ask me. Perfect for grenade practice.
I don't think we've come across a Destined Ket yet.
Tell me more about fighting Ket.
There's just something wrong about the Ket. The absolute single-mindedness.
One more.
Tell me more about fighting Ket.
So, Chosen, it's not good to let too many of them get close to you at once. If they hit your shields, take a step back. Let me handle them. Bet you anything they're not used to being rushed by a Krogan.
Alright. That's enough of that.
We can talk more later.
Sure.
Yeah,
Hey, one last thing.
Yeah?
don't call me kid. Do you call everyone kid? Let's say that.
Is everyone a kid to you?
Ha, when you get to be my age, yeah, pretty much.
Wonder how old he is. Find Spender on the Nexus. Krogan Betrayal. So we got a mission from that. Cool. And then this is our pad here. To Don't really think there's too much to do in here. We can check emails a little bit later, I guess. Sam. Hey, what's that? Is that an atlas? I don't know what that is. Some sort of mech looking thing. That could be an atlas. That could be the thing that we used in the Leviathan DLC that allowed us to check the bottom of the ocean. I don't know.
Hello, Ryder. Eos has been a lesson in contrast. Alec Ryder rarely endured doubt. His accomplishments were taken for granted. But you succeeded on Eos, despite doubt and fear. Emotionally, the difference is like catching a ball versus catching a star. You have grown as a result, and so have I.
There you go. Let's see. What time is it? We're at 4:20, 5:07. I should probably end it. Grab something to eat before work.
Thanks, Sam. Nothing more.
So the next time we will be playing this will be on Monday. First of all, let's save it. Save it, please. So the next time that we play, we're gonna talk to Sam. We've got to talk to PB, and then check around on the bridge, I guess, and then we'll head to the Nexus, turn in some stuff there. There's probably a lot of stuff to do, and then we'll see what happens after that. Might go to another planet or go do some scanning on the galaxy map and all that stuff, because we really haven't done that yet. So, but we'll see what is going to be happening the next time we stream. I want to thank everyone for watching today. It's been a blast. Slowed down quite a bit the past hour and a half or so, where we were just talking to people and all that stuff. But, you know, it's the first game. There's going to be a lot of conversating and stuff like that. So we just kind of got to deal with it, because it's like Mass Effect 1 all over again. But hopefully this game will get progressively better as we continue along with the story and stuff like that. We're still going to stick with it. I'm not going to give up on it. But it's been a little slow. But that's to be expected. So, guys, have yourself a great weekend. Thanks for watching. This is where our adventure ends for today. We'll see you on Monday for the continuation of Mass Effect Andromeda.